Hello and welcome back to Real Talk, your favourite weekly radio show on all things movies.
Here on Flirt FM 101.3.
That is 101.3,
FM.
not 4.
It is not 101.4 FM. If we've ever told you in the past it was 101.4 FM, we were dead wrong, but it doesn't matter because you were listening anyway.
Well, firstly, we weren't, because myself and Claudia knew that it was 101.4. You thought it was 101.3.
Well, in that case, you and Claudia could have stepped in a lot sooner. So, thanks everyone for listening. That was Atlas by Coheed and Cambria. And, this is Real Talk.
Real Talk.
Real
Anyway,
talk.
Claudia, how are you?
Good, doing good. Nothing really going on.
Well,
I hope
move on,
everyone
so.
had a beautiful St. Patrick's Day, even though it's going to be Friday, so it's going to be late news. Oh, sorry, St. Paddy's Day.
Well, we have the unofficial St. Patrick's Day coming up now next week, right?
No, the unofficial one was on the 13th.
Oh, was it? Sorry, I beg your pardon. Claudia has this strange concept where she asked us, what are we doing for St. Patrick's Day on the 13th? And we said, Claudia, that's the 17th you're talking about. And Claudia said, well, the 13th is the unofficial St. Patrick's Day.
Because he was a big fan of the 13th, but he was like, nah, lads, we'll move it a few days
Like,
forward.
he knew on the 17th he'd be busy with parades and snakes and all this stuff. So he said, look, on the 13th, quietly, he said, we'll have a few cans.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of,
And that's what we did to celebrate
Yeah.
our founding father,
yeah,
St.
we
Patrick.
quietly ate a few unofficial cans on
Yeah.
the 13th.
Yeah, no, you're dead
Few
right.
tins.
Anyway, Rob, how are you?
I'm very good. I had a lovely St. Patrick's Day there on the week just gone by. And everything's fantastic with me. Now I'm going to be directing a new short film soon, apparently.
Are you?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's we're still to title it, but it's, I don't.
Oh, actually, the unofficial title is Dylan.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
What is going on? What have I missed? I haven't seen you guys in a
I was
week.
at the last Filmsock production meeting. Once again, I was asking more questions than anyone in the rooms, and I was like, I'm going to end up directing this, and no one else.
Hey, I asked
mentioned-
loads of questions as well.
Well,
but
you
like,
just
that's
do that
because
in
I'm the
general.
Claudia,
producer
you run the
officer.
meeting.
Yeah, I know.
You were facilitating the entire thing.
I know.
Yeah. So
You
it's-
made it seem like I was not talking.
I don't think
which
I
was.
tried to make it seem that way at all.
But anyways, our OCM Mura,
yeah, we're not trying to name and
pitched
shame people anyway here, but there was
his first
Wait,
ever script.
isn't he events officer?
he is,
He's events officer. Our events officer Mura pitched his script, Dylan, to us, and we decided to make it.
Yeah, I mean, we've done plenty of things on this show. We won't turn it into minutes of the meeting that we had last Thursday. But either way, directing a short film, kind of suspenseful mystery, kind of horror. We might get to mess around with a bit of fake blood.
Excessively groovy.
Yeah. And hopefully we can get a nice bit of content out of that.
Very nice.
So yeah, so that's
Happy for
that.
everyone.
What are you up to, Seán?
Kind of getting over a cold, so haven't really done anything.
Does kind of getting over a cold mean you're still not over it?
Yeah,
That's dire.
yeah. Like, you know when you're over a cold, but you still like...
But you're not 100%.
Yeah, it like knocked your body sideways. Now I'm
feel-
just tired.
You feel like you now just don't have an excuse. You feel like you're not sick, so you should be doing stuff, but at the same time you're wiped.
Yeah.
And you feel like...
I don't really feel sick. My body is like,
No.
go to bed and don't ever leave your bed, but I
Yeah.
can't do that.
No, unfortunately not. But actually, at the same time, that would be a horrible thing to be stuck in bed forever.
It would. It would.
That's a hard one to segue out of. Listen, we'll go straight in to
Rob's Ruddy
Dundrins,
Dundrins.
and we're going to get Seán to hit us with, the proper pronunciation.
Radidundran.
Oh my god.
We have to get that as a little soundbite. We have to get the official one.
Oh, the Healy Race. Or
Healy Rays
Radidundran.
Rhododendrons, yeah. Yeah, we can work on that for next week. That should be pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, we'll get a little soundboard. Claudia can hook it up.
Yeah, we'll let Claudia work out the technical aspect of that. If I can even upload it onto my Spotify, hopefully.
Can I ASMR eat this dairy milk caramel
You've already
bar?
ASMR sucked on the old sports cap of your water bottle. So, I wouldn't worry too much about your caramel bar. You can non-ASMR your caramel bar. So this is a show about films. In my segment, what
Well,
we
hold
do...
on a second. There's
Yeah,
a fella trying to bang his way through into this room.
Nobody trying to come through.
No, he's done. He's done now. He's done. He's just thought he'd wallop the door there off the wall. We're grand, so we'll keep going.
It's a show about films, and what we do anyway every now and then is we talk about them. And so in my segment, as always, I have clues and hints about the film I'm talking about. I have kind of a description, and I have a film in mind, and you two guys have to take turns guessing what the film is. This week, the kind of general theme of all these films is Disney films. And
I like Disney films.
Seán likes Disney films. Claudia, now
I'm
Claudia,
okay with them.
Claudia, as someone who hasn't seen any films, is okay with Disney films.
Yep.
So that's fantastic. So we're going to go through these now. I have 5, okay? I have 2 for each of you and a tiebreaker. And the descriptions are a small bit longer in each of them. Last week, we started with Seán, I believe. And Claudia is currently leading the scoreboard 2 wins to 1 since we changed format, which Seán is not happy with. But can Seán pull it back to a tie?
Claudia gave me the finger.
Claudia, when I told Seán...
I showed him the bird, but
You
simply
did.
because out of spite that because he's doing it. I'm just going to do it first
Claudia,
so that I don't give him the win of doing it first to me.
Claudia, there's no pride, there's no win, there's no victory in flipping Seán the bird. Seán has
Yeah,
been
man.
very...
Oh, I thought you were talking to
No
me.
worries. Seán's been very restrained this week. He hasn't shown you the bird once yet.
Do you know what I'm going to? I'm going to show
He's
you the
gonna show
bird.
He's showing her a photo of a bird. It's a radio show where we talk about films. And so, I started with Seán last week. Claudia, we're going straight to you.
Hi.
Lovely. A fashion freak is determined to have the most cutting-edge look.
I already know it.
Great. When her would-be suppliers refuse to do business with her, she must resort to alternate means. Once again, Claudia, that's a fashion freak is determined to have the most cutting-edge look. When her would-be suppliers refuse to do business
When a
with her...
what?
When her would-be suppliers, so people who would have supplied her what she needed, refuse to do business with her, she must resort to alternate means.
This kind of sounds like 101 different movies.
It does. It sounds like a lot of movies. It could be anything, really.
Is it 101 Dalmatinos?
Excuse me?
What do you call it?
What? No, no,
101.
hold on.
I don't know how
Hold
you
on.
say that.
Well,
Dalmatinos or whatever. No?
Keep going, keep going.
First of all, I'm delighted you made it onto the show this week. And secondly, could you just say what you thought the name of the film was again one more time without...
101
Yeah, we got that bit.
Dalmatinos. I don't know how you say that.
101 Dalmatians, Claudia,
Dalmatians,
is
okay.
indeed the name of the film.
It's just like in German you say it like Dalmatino. So like
Yeah,
I didn't
no
I
worries.
didn't know how to say it. But
Funnily
you got
enough,
what I
this
meant.
isn't Germany.
Claudia, one, this isn't Germany. Seán's on technical level, he is correct. I
Yeah.
can't.
Well, thank you,
I
Seán.
can't fault
You're
him on
welcome.
that. Relevance is a different thing, but I can't fault him on just a pure, these are the facts.
Yeah.
Right? And Seán's right. It's not Germany. Second of all, we'll give it to you, Claudia. It's close enough. And I've extended a similar leeway in the past.
I wanted to be known that I helped you there.
Okay.
Seán, stresses are high when a mother forgets how to cook right before a dinner for 25 people. Meanwhile, her daughter forgets her part in band practice and loses an important game of hockey. Ah well, at least tomorrow is Saturday.
Jesus.
It's a live action film, it's not animated.
It's a live action.
Stresses are high
Disney movie.
when a mother forgets how to cook right before a dinner for 25 people. Meanwhile, her daughter forgets her part in band practice and loses an important game of hockey. Ah well, tomorrow is Saturday.
I don't know. It's got to be some Friday in the title.
Maybe.
Or
So-
Saturday in the title. Why Friday?
Yeah, hit him with that, Claudia. Why not Wednesday? Wednesday was 4 days ago. Ooh, hold on.
Well, tomorrow is Saturday, so the day that it's all happening on is Friday.
Oh.
Claudia thinks she knows, I think.
Do you think you know?
I think I do, but I'm not sure.
You could always extend a bit of help to Seán if you wanted to give him a hint, just like he kindly gave you one.
I'm really bad at like giving hints, but like also I'm not sure that I have it right, so I might give him like a wrong tip.
Do you know what, Claudia? I'll take any
He'll
tip.
take
You
any.
take any tip. Okay, so it's. Oh my god, how do I? It sounds to me like a bunch
a hint
of.
in German wouldn't be of much use to Seán,
No.
by the way, just before you offer him.
I feel like these people sound like a bunch of freaks.
Yeah, really? Well, that was good. That wasn't an old Deutsch hint, so that was in English.
Freaky Friday?
Seán, you got it in one. It's Freaky Friday.
I've never seen
The
Freaky
mother
Friday.
and the daughter switch bodies, and so the daughter didn't know how to cook for 25 people, and the mother didn't know how to play an instrument or thing.
I
And
give
tomorrow
him
is Saturday.
such a good tip.
You gave him a great tip. Now, Claudia, no more hints, guys. Now we're playing for keeps. All right.
Okay.
The will of one rich lady makes an inheritor plot to eliminate the other beneficiaries. Running through the streets of Paris, his plans are to put an end to the others who would gain from her will. The music of Paris is full of life when these cool cats are about.
I think I know it now when he said the last bit.
The will of one rich lady makes an inheritor plot to eliminate the others. Running through the streets of Paris, his plans are to put an end to them.
I'll give you a clue as
The
to what
music
movie
of
it's not
Paris
is.
is full of life when these cool cats are about.
It's definitely not Les Mis.
It is not Les Mis. We have confirmation from Sean it's not Les Mis.
No, I have two movies that I think it is.
Do you know what we'll do then, Claudia? We'll combine them both and you'll get a half a point.
No, so either like I've never seen Aristocats, but you said Cats.
I did say the music of Paris is full of life when these cool cats are about.
Yeah, so it could be either that one. I've never seen it, so I don't know what it's about, or it is the Hunch of Notre Dame. Is that what it's called?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that one's also in Paris.
It is. You're dead right.
Dead right.
I'm just gonna go with Aristocats.
It is the Aristocats.
Yes.
Bada boom.
And of course, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Claudia, is about a hunchback who lived in a bell tower, only spoke to gargoyles, and did he find love or something?
It did, yeah.
Something like that. Very little to do there with a will and jazz music and cool cats. So you made a good guess on the 50-50. Claudia, that's 2 points to you, Sean. It's 1 to yourself.
The Hunchback Cats is what Claudia would have got
The
if she
Hunch-
combined the two together and took my advice.
The Aristoback.
I like that.
Very nice.
I like that one.
Sean, Claudia,
Claudia likes that one.
please, it's Sean's go.
It's my go now, Claudia.
She's going to be saying that for a week.
Say it in German.
Next time we meet up for our old Flirt FM recording next week, she'll say, the Aristobacks, am I right?
No, it reminds me
I'll
of
say,
like
Claudia,
the word
we have to go somewhere.
backney. You know, instead of acne, you say backney because it's on your back.
It reminds you of
funny.
that. Does it remind you of any other words?
No.
No? Are you sure you want to take it? If at any point the word back reminds you of anything throughout the radio show about film, just make sure that you speak up and you tell us. Sean, your second one. When an orphan meets a man in sparkly robes, a series of misadventures lead to a knife being plucked from a boulder. When
Oh my
an
God, I
orphan
know
meets a man in sparkly robes, a series of misadventures leads to a knife being
I can
plucked
see
from a
him
boulder.
in my head, and I know the wizard is Merlin,
Maybe.
but I'm trying to remember the name of the movie.
There are lots of men in sparkly robes in films. Claudia's given it a quick Google. And you're dead right, Claudia, because
Oh my
it's not
God.
your hint. Have a good tweet there now.
I don't have the like. I wouldn't
Patience
know the.
to film a full 1 hour radio show. Well, no
I
worries.
wouldn't know the formal name, like
it-
the full name.
Arthur? Like the
Yeah.
legend of Arthur? The sword is Excalibur that he pulls out of the rock.
But the name. So I'm going to say to you, you're on to the right story, but what we do need is what they named the film. It is Arthur. Excalibur is the sword. The wizard is Merlin. But what do they call it? If you give me even one of the words, there are 2 main words in this title, and if you can get one of them, I'll give it to you. Merlin is a wizard. Arthur's a king. He pulls a sword out of a stone.
Is it King Arthur?
It is not.
Damn, what is it?
It's the sword in the stone.
God damn it.
With the bonus question, you could tie things up.
That's so annoying because I could see the animation. A little blonde kid.
Yeah, the little
holding
blondie
them.
dude. Yeah, he's having a great time.
Yeah.
Best time of his life.
And he's so skinny.
The first person...
Claudia, whenever you're done tweeting there. Oh, Claudia's on Tinder, guys. Get any matches there, did you, Claudia?
Terrific. The first person to raise their hand, I will ask. Okay? If you have your hand raised and you don't give me an answer straight away, I'll kill you. Okay? So don't just raise your hand for a goof, Claudia. For a
So
gaff.
is it not the rule is now not anymore that
Well, so, okay.
that you
Come
do
here,
like
I'm gonna forget
1,
to raise my
2,
hand.
3.
All right. Okay. The raising of a hand. Every week we have to argue about the format. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's scrap it before we ever do it. I'm going to read it out twice, and after the second time I read it out, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and I want both of you to say your answer at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
An immature vagabond takes flight with a group of youngsters, pursued by an angry captain, pursued by a beast. An immature vagabond takes flight with a group of youngsters, pursued by an angry captain, pursued by a beast. 3, 2, 1.
Peter
Peter
Pan.
Pan.
Well, guys, you did both get it. Either that, or, well, no. Either that or nothing. You did both get it. And that means that this week, Claudia has 3 points, and Seán has 2. So, Claudia, you are now currently, overall, I don't think the scoreboard looks so handsome. But on this new format where Seán can bulldoze you over, take everything you've earned, and absolutely throw it away, you're 3 points to 1 in the lead.
To
There's-
1, not 2.
Seán has won. Not overall in weeks 1. You've won 3 weeks. Seán has won 1.
Oh, okay.
I
You
want
don't
to
mean
be
like
known
today's
that
game, but you
I
mean like
helped
the whole.
Claudia win this week. She wouldn't have got the first one without me.
She might not. She very well might not have. But at the end of the day, it was your choice.
Do you know what? I'm proud of you, Claude.
Thank you. We shook
That's a
hands.
love. That's a yeah. You don't need yeah.
For
that's a lovely
anyone who's
handshake.
not in the room with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're all in the room with us, Claudia. That's the beauty of radio.
That's the thing. Actually, it's like everyone's here.
It's like everyone's here.
All of our
Welcome,
listeners.
Teresa.
Yeah. All of our
Michael.
listeners, Teresa, Michael, my mum, the people at the studio who put the show on repeat. Everyone's here. Lovely guys. Well, guys, thanks a mil for playing Rob's Radio.
Judi Dench.
Judy, yeah, she is, yeah. She was caught in the rain the other day, actually.
Was she?
Awful.
Okay?
Judy drenched.
Yeah. Oh,
Very good.
Oh my God.
die.
Guys, we'll say hello when we're back after this song. It's Southern Nights by Glenn Campbell. And we'll be right back with Claudia's Scoop.
Campbell, like the soup.
Like the soup? Yeah, like the soup. Just like. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. That was Southern Nights by Glenn Campbell. I'm Rob. I'm joined here again, still. They Haven't Ran Away on Me by Seán and Claudia. And you're listening to Real Talk 101.3 Flirt FM. We're going now live. Well, recorded, pre-recorded. But right now, I'm going to do it live. We're going to go to Claudia for Claudia's Scoop. That's the film news segment. Everything that happens in the industry, it all gets run by Claudia first.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so they wouldn't dare do a thing without her. And she reports all of that straight to us, everything that she's heard firsthand, just off ScreenRant.com. And so, Claudia, what's gone on this week?
Okay, so the new Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer is out.
Yeah?
And and it looks pretty good according to
Does it?
people with like their bright lights, explosion, and
according
like,
to
the
you, how
fight
does it look?
sings. I don't know. Like
Have
I'm
you
not
seen
really.
it? Have you seen it?
I've given it like a little bit of a watch. I checked it out, but I haven't really watched the whole thing simply because I'm
No,
not
you
really.
didn't have time. It's fine.
No, I'm not really a fan
How long
of
is
the
the trailer
Godzilla.
anyway?
Sorry.
How long is the trailer? A few minutes? A few minutes out of your day?
Yeah, a few minutes
No
out
worries.
of my day.
No
Anyways, so it seems to take place at an underwater observation post for the cryptozoological organization.
Like Jaws 3.
Yeah.
Or like Megalodon, that crappy film that came out a couple of months ago.
Or like Megalodon. Or like another film where they were underwater. Claudia?
Atlantis.
Atlantis, there's one.
Jeez.
Um,
Anyways, so
Little
the
Mermaid.
people that are coming back, Jesus, Rob,
Who's coming back?
with the returning faces of Ken Watanabe. Watanabe, Sally Hawkins,
Bryan Cranston.
alongside the franchise newbies Kyle Chandler and Thomas Middleditch.
That sounds very scary. And are the rest of their bodies coming back, or is it just their faces?
It's just their faces, unfortunately.
That's awful creepy.
So we see Godzilla engaging in an
Oh, he's getting
intimidation.
engaged.
He's engaging in an intimidation display.
Oh, very good. That's good reporting.
Nice.
And who's he trying to scare? Presumably a kaiju or some other type of monster.
Yes,
Oh, okay, good.
Yes.
presumably.
Yes.
Anyways, and it comes in theaters on May 10th.
May 10th, we'll all be there.
Another thing.
Palace, May 10th, 7 p.m, we'll all be there. And if anybody who's listening now would like to come with us, just text Sean 085 11 8 for double 8. He'll book your ticket as well. Claudia, next time.
451552.
I'll get you through.
Anyways, another thing is that Ralph Fiennes is up for playing Voldemort again in Fantastic Beasts.
J.K. Rowling was at it again this week.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm fed up with this.
What happened?
I can't take it
Oh,
anymore.
she was on
of her.
Twitter again saying that
Hagrid was a cat.
no, Dumbledore and what's the name of the character that Johnny Depp plays
I
in
have no idea.
Grimwald.
yes,
Crimes
the
of
Dumbledore
Grimwald.
and Grimm's whatever were in an intense sexual relationship.
Are you for real?
Yeah, she was at that on Twitter and everyone was going mad about it.
Do you know what I wouldn't be surprised by if it turns out, you know, this concept of the doppelganger, somebody who looks just like you. If it came out that J.K. Rowling has been chained in a basement for years, and that a doppelganger has completely taken over her life, just tried to
Just
ruin
taking
her
over
legacy.
her Twitter.
Just
because,
taking over
oh my
just her
God.
Twitter. That's unbelievable. They were in an intense sexual relationship.
Yeah, she just tweeted it out of nowhere. She just like sitting at home eating her breakfast like, by the way, Dumbledore and Johnny Depp were banging it out.
When my kids, and I don't have kids yet, but when I do have kids, I look forward to taking them and bringing them downstairs and saying, you'll get to stay up late tonight, it's movie night. And we'll watch a few films, and there'll be Harry Potter films, and I'll say, he might look nice, but he was in an intense sexual relationship while all this was going on with Johnny Depp.
Okay. Well, anyways, Ralph, do you say Fiennes? Or
Ralph
Fiennes?
Fiennes.
Fines.
Yeah,
Great
he said
actor,
that
great man.
Yeah, he would be up for playing Voldemort again, but at the present there are no indications that Voldemort will turn up in any of the 3 remaining Fantastic Beasts films, simply because the second movie is intended to take place in 1927, and Tom Riddle, the boy who
Is
went
the second
on,
film not already out?
yeah, but like it
So
was
it did take place in 27.
yeah, and so in 1927, and Tom Riddle, the boy who went on to become Lord Voldemort, was born in 1926. So the movie, the upcoming movies would have to like take huge jumps
They'd have
in
to have-
time.
or they could do to Ralph Fiennes what they did to what's the actor's name? Snakes on a Plane. Samuel L. Jackson in Captain Marvel, and just de-age him back to what he would look like when he was 1.
But like the thing is, they would have to be like Voldemort would still be a teenager. So like
Yeah.
because Rowling has previously revealed that Fantastic Beasts series will culminate during the Second World War, lending credibility to the idea of a large timeline jump. But again, if the series is meant to finish during World War II, that means that Voldemort would still be a teenager, making Fiennes much too old for the role. Even
be-
if they de-age
yeah,
him, they
they'd
can
be
only
too
de-age him so that he looks like he's
You can only
30.
go back 17 years, yeah.
So, even if he was up for it, he probably won't be in it.
Isn't it desperate when actors, like, rather than talking to, casting people and writers and being like, they're apart from me, I'd love to reprise their own character, they just have to say to the press, yeah, I'd love to play that character again, haven't seen the script yet. Like, kind of openly putting it out there, like, I don't want to text Mike because I know he's sick of hearing from me, but if he is hearing this, I need the money. And I'd happily do it.
I mean, we saw him live at the...
You saw Ralph Fiennes live.
Yeah. Was he not the one in for the White Crow in at
White Crow?
ADIF? Or like Dublin International Film Festival? Was he not there? Or was it someone else?
Was he at a film? At the
Yeah.
White Crow? I didn't see a film called
Oh,
The White
okay,
Crow.
you didn't see it, but like we watched the White Crow.
Well, you did, yeah. Or
Yeah,
did
yeah.
everyone in the... Was that the Friday?
Everyone, that
You
was
know
the
what, Claudia?
Friday. That was
I'll
the
Google
Friday
it for you.
film.
Google
And then he played one of the characters in that one,
Yeah.
and then there was a
And he was
Q&A
there.
after the film, and he was there.
Oh, I love Ralph Fiennes. Oh, I'd have loved that.
Yeah.
But I was busy working.
Whilst Sean is Googling that,
Yeah?
let's go to another one, which probably you like, because it's
I
about
love it. Sorry, what
Danny
was it?
DeVito. But
He was
detective...
in The White Crow, by the way. It says
Yeah.
here on IMDb, so Claudia could technically be correct. We just
Yeah,
have
he
no
was
proof.
there. But anyways, the Detective Pikachu filmmakers...
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Detective who?
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu. Yeah.
Yeah, Pikachu
I mean,
filmmakers...
all he says is Pikachu. I mean, it's...
Okay.
Pika Pika.
Very good.
Filmmakers, they tested Danny DeVito's
Yeah.
voice for
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, this is something I was reading. Imagine that, Sean. Small Detective Pikachu rather than Ryan Reynolds. We've all had enough of him. Like, smarmy kind of middle-aged guy's voice, whatever.
He does those bloody commercials on YouTube
stop.
now.
Makes you feel
Well,
sick.
but the thing is that Detective Pikachu
Got him.
itself is technically
call.
an adaptation of the Nintendo 3DS
Yeah.
spin-off game that was released in Japan in 2016.
Technically it is, yeah.
Yeah, before it went worldwide last year. So the
Mm-hmm.
original game portrayed its Pikachu as something of
Close call there, yeah, no worries.
yeah.
Keep going. Watch
As
out.
something of an old, like the voice of Pikachu there was like a kind of an old grouchy like man.
It was gruffer and older, yeah.
Yeah,
Technically
man
it was,
trapped
yeah.
in an adorable Pokemon's body,
Yeah.
complete with a Japanese voice actor who delivered Pikachu's lines in a fairly rough
Yeah.
yet high energy fashion. And so then fans started to point out that DeVito's voice would be perfect for
the
that.
character, yeah.
And they tested his voice, but then they more so were just like going with Ryan Reynolds. And one
Yeah.
of the reasons is also that like because of his fame through Deadpool, he
Yeah.
probably also brings in more. He's probably more successful at the box office
Well, Ryan
because
Reynolds
he's in it.
He's certainly more successful than Danny DeVito. We
Yeah.
can't dream argue that point. But I know which one I'd prefer. A million times over. And, you know, Ryan Reynolds is funny enough. Like, he did write the Deadpool films, and they are funny films. And so it's not like he's untalented. But to see, you know, a little Pikachu walking around talking like Danny DeVito, you know, using expletives and... Oh, stop. Well, I wouldn't give. There's plenty I wouldn't give, actually. But I'd give still a reasonable amount. Yeah.
I read a comment on the trailer for Detective
Mm-hmm.
Pikachu, and someone just said the Pikachu is kind of hot. And I was like, what's going on in the world?
Oh, the Seán
This
Yeah.
this guy's computer should be taken away from him.
He should be.
What
Imagine
the
just sitting down at a
Problem
computer
is,
and just thinking,
problem
like,
is he has backups and a load of hard drives sitting all around him. So there's no way he'll stop
Wow.
that scene.
imagine typing that comment. Oh, stop.
Imagine hitting enter once you had it typed.
Stop.
Imagine like typing it and showing someone and being like, and then like backspacing it and you're like, all right, like, yeah, I saved it there. But then imagine hitting enter and leaving it and being like, I hope.
I bet you it was Claudia.
I hope
Anyway,
other
keep going,
people like
Claudia. What are scoops have you got for us?
Okay, another one is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood posters out with DiCaprio and Pitt. What's his name? Brad Pitt in 1969.
I saw it. Margot Robbie's also in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It
And she
was
plays
Tarantino
Shannon Tate. So it's going to be the 9th movie of Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it's the 9th film. There's the Hateful Eight.
Wow, that was very loud.
And now this is the 9th. Yeah, that's when
Exactly.
you don't silence your phone.
And it's
But
kind
he-
of...
Yeah.
So the official poster, I have it here.
Yeah, show it to us there. Claudia with the visual aids. Doesn't translate well over radio, but it'd be handy for us to see. There he is, Leonardo
That's
leaning.
Brad Pitt on the right and
Brad-
Leo on the left.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, very good.
Anyways, so the official poster spotlight on the stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad
Yeah.
Pitt. So then this summer, I think it's going to come out, in
it's
July.
very Starsky and Hutch, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
And you'll notice Brad Pitt is wearing a shirt, but under that shirt there's a T-shirt.
And it says champion.
Oh, I don't know what it says. It's just, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this summer, the fan favorite, they return, he returns with his 9th movie, and he takes his viewers back to California in 1969, and both of them, they play, DiCaprio and Pitt, they star as the TV actor Rick Dalton and stuntman Cliff Booth, respectively, as they look to regain their prior fame as the industry and the world changes around them. So the infamous Charles Manson murders will also be a primary background element, as it is evidence that Margot Robbie is going to be cast as Sharon Tate. And it's going to come out in July. And Sony is the preliminary stages of launching their marketing campaign
Very
regarding
nice.
the movie.
That's a film I'm actually looking forward to. Very good.
And also, it was confirmed that the first trailer is on its way, although there's no exact date set for when it's going to come out.
On the way. It'll be here when it's here. It won't be here sooner.
And the poster, for anyone who hasn't seen it already, is it simply shows both of them, so Pitt and DiCaprio,
Very good. Leo and Brad.
standing in front of a car, like a typical, I would say, 70s, end of 60s car. And you also see the Hollywood sign and the Hollywood Hills in the background.
Here's the thing. There's a YouTube channel that I follow called Bon Appetit. It's a little food channel. And they have they have a show called It's Alive where it's all food that's kind of fermented or, it's different things done with it. But the guy who does it, his name is Brad Leone. And I just, that's Brad and Leo, so that's Brad Leo. I just thought it was nice for Tarantino to maybe do that possible shout out.
Yeah, do you guys remember last year in January when someone changed the Hollywood sign to Hollyweed?
That's
I do not
so
remember
cool.
that.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
There's nothing cool
Yeah.
about that, Claudia. It is funny, Sean, but there's nothing cool about that.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was like,
I thought we'd have a go. I
Nice.
thought we'd both kind of go. But
No,
how
I
did they
just-
do that?
they just snuck up and changed the O to the two O's to two E's.
But how do you do
But how-
that?
yeah, but great. We get that they snuck up. They weren't invited by the press. But how? Did they? Were the O's damaged in any way? Did
No,
they
no,
permanently kinda
no.
disfigure?
I don't think they were put back like a couple hours later.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just get it up here for you.
Imagine explaining to somebody why you're in jail with them, and that's your reason.
I don't know if they ever caught the people that did it. Like
That's
you can
crazy.
kind of just they covered the letters with blankets.
Black
I
there
thought so.
and
Yeah.
very good.
And
Hollywood.
then
That's
got
terrific.
Claudia. Then got white blankets.
Mm-hmm.
The classic black and white blankets.
It was pretty funny. You know what, guys?
That's good.
That's good.
That's good now.
I like that.
Those two guys actually were almost cast as Genie for the new Aladdin, but they couldn't find them to get the audition. This has been Claudia's Scoop. A
Well,
terrific news
the
segment
last
on
thing-
your
I
radio
stopped
show.
listening
That
to
I
you a while
just-
ago. What did you say?
The last thing that I thought of
What's your
maybe
last thought?
talking about, gathering your thoughts, is the new Netflix documentary about Madeleine McCann.
Oh, I watched the whole thing. Actually, I
how
have one
was it?
episode left.
Great.
I haven't seen it yet.
I
I heard from people that there's a lot
long.
of just unnecessary
Oh
guff
my God.
about where does it take place again?
Portugal.
Yeah.
Praia da Luz.
Yeah.
Praia da Luz.
Yeah, but apparently there's just so much stuff about here's the history of the area, and you're like, right, Maddie's missing, lads. Come on,
Yeah.
can we solve this or what?
It's 8 1-hour episodes, so you've a lot of crap to sit through.
Yeah.
And it does go into the history of the area and the history of people. One episode opens up with some shots of Northern Ireland during the Troubles. Yeah, because a detective worked there, and then a couple of years later.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
feel
That
like
sounds like a stretch.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of crap in it, but there's some bits where you're like, oh, that's really good, but it's beautifully shot, beautifully shot. But it's some parts are super
How did the
boring.
Troubles look in it? Good?
Oh, the Troubles looked well, yeah.
Lovely, good for
Yeah,
them.
it's nice to sort of see them
Recently
again.
they've been looking pretty rough. So
what would you give the show out of 5 so far?
I'd give it.
I mean, because you only have one episode left, so it's not like it's gonna change your outlook on the show.
2.7.
As someone who hasn't seen it, I'd give it 2-hour-long stars. Yeah.
It's very, very long.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done what they done with the Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah, 2
You know,
parts.
2 parts.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours.
We got
yeah.
enough information on that. We knew what was going on. We thought, oh wow, that's horrific.
Yeah. Right.
There's a lot of crap you're sitting through this Madeleine McCann thing, and you're like,
Yeah, I feel like they tried to stretch it out and make as much money as possible.
oh yeah.
At the end of the day, they were on holidays. Madeline went missing. The parents did it. And then everyone was like, where'd you go? And that's 5 seconds.
That's bold. That's
but you could
bold.
get that into 2 hours.
Watch the documentary, Rob, and then we'll see.
And,
I
then,
actually-
we'll discuss this dark
I was a
background of Portugal.
firm believer that the parents did it.
And now,
Now I'm like, I think the parents might have been involved, but I don't think it was what I thought it was.
there you go, Rob.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's crazy the stuff that was going on. It's a really good docu.
I know the fingers
Some of
on
it's
it,
really
but-
good. I recommend watching it.
Yeah.
Also, spoiler alert, they don't find her at the end.
Aha! That was my next question. This next song is Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, and we'll be back with Rose's Riddles. For you.
That was the Jonas Brothers. And you know what? It makes me so happy now when I hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
How normal it is that they just say Jonas Brothers. You wouldn't hear that for years. And now it's just such a normal thing to be said. Not as good as the Jonas Brothers.
I didn't know there was a big issue with that. There wasn't in my mind, I suppose, but at the same time...
There was for me because I didn't, no one played them on the radio.
Well,
no
I
one
was
was
just
playing
about to say-
Burning Up or SOS on the radio.
All I'll say is, I'm happy you're happy. And that makes me happy too. Because a happy from me is a happy from you.
You just kept rambling there
My
because I
favourite
wasn't
bear
looking at you.
is Winnie the Pooh.
What are you doing?
I don't know, but it's just what I do.
Claudia, get off your goddamn phone.
Claudia, stop.
You're
sending-
normally the one who's always on their phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, I'm
Seán has
busy.
business to do.
Business, Claudia.
Don't
Paying
be on
his
your
bills.
Stocks don't buy and sell themselves, you know?
phone. Got him.
Stocks?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Some woman the other day in work started showing me the stocks for her
Yeah?
company.
Were you
That's
like,
so
Oh, she was
weird.
twisted, right? But she was like, look at the stocks. They've gone down a little bit today. I was like,
was this Paddy's Day?
no, it was a couple days before Paddy's Day. I was like, lady, I don't care.
Did
Like,
you work on Paddy's Day?
Yeah.
How was it?
Terrible.
I worked on Paddy's Day as well. I was there.
Mm.
We were so understaffed. A ton of people called in sick. Sometimes we talk about film, but so many people called in sick, super understaffed, and I had to. There were a group of unruly customers outside the restaurant who were attacking each other with shaving foam, and I had to go chase them off.
Very nice. Will I do my bit?
Do your bit.
Yeah, well, I'll do my bit. Let me just take a quick slurp of this.
I'm going to kill your mic while you slurp it, but I'm going to intro the segment for you so that we're not wasting any time. This is Rose's Riddles.
Bang, bang,
Oh my
bang.
God. Great, Claudia. That was fantastic.
Once
Thank you.
again,
Every week from now on we want
this
that.
is...
Dead right.
Back in the day, this was played during Northern Ireland in the Troubles. During the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Because it rallied support and
The man
happiness.
before I thought we were doing my segment.
No, it helped people, bridge the gap.
Well, you mean
between
Rose's Riddles?
Yes.
You're dead
Between
right.
Protestants and Catholics, everyone could unite over their love of this. Actually, if you look at the Derry Girls, there's a whole episode based on
That's fantastic. Rose's Riddles.
Rose's Riddles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bit where they tune in right after the scoop.
hmm
It's not over yet. And they tune in. They're like, it's riddles. Mom, it's riddles. And they all rush in.
And then they open the door and say, Protestants, Catholics, come together. And the riddles are on.
And no one can, over the gunfire, they can't be heard. It just goes out into the wind.
Yeah.
But eventually,
Eventually,
the next
like,
time there is a silence, people, they flock.
someone recommends it, yeah. It's sort of in the RTE guide. Yeah.
And eventually it caught wind. At the minute, it was too loud.
Anyway, Claudia, you're going to go first because I'm looking at you.
Lovely.
Do you want film 1 or 2? There's no
Two.
theme this week. It's just I opened IMDb and then found these 2 films.
You're dead right, 100%.
So you want film 2. Yours is Zombieland, the 2009 film.
I had a feeling
I've never seen it, so I don't really know.
It's a really good movie.
In standard Rose Riddles fashion, I have seen this film. And I
Mhm.
do like it quite a lot. So let's go, guys.
It's a great movie. Trivia number 1. Remember, Claudia, these are 2 truths and you were to find the lie.
Mm-hmm.
Woody Harrelson was arrested for possession of marijuana during the filming and that delayed shooting. Trivia 2. The whole film was shot in 42 days. And Trivia 3. Edgar Wright is an uncredited assistant director.
I'm scared because I feel like I'm going to break my streak of always winning.
Okay.
So
Haven't won the last few. No worries. But
Actually, not.
no, I think I've won. I've made a comeback in the last 2 episodes.
I think I've not won
Oh.
once.
Twice, maybe.
That's correct, because last week was
Money.
box office,
Yeah.
and you got that wrong because you suck. But you can bring it back this week.
And I got
Okay.
whatever the week before was. I think I won that one.
So the first
It doesn't-
one was
I'm not
that
worried.
Cameo appearance.
filming was
Yeah.
delayed. The second one, 42 days.
And third one, Edgar Wright is an uncredited assistant director. And it's very common that people come in during productions and help out, but don't get credited.
Usually they're sort of maids and
Mhm.
washer people, but this time it was Edgar Wright.
Possession of marijuana is illegal in Ohio, and that's where they filmed some of it. And Woody Harrelson was arrested during that. And the whole film was shot in 42 days because it was very well planned.
Okay, then I'm going to say Edgar Wright.
You're going to say that's a lie, that he was not
Yeah.
an assistant director.
Yeah.
You'd be correct. Congratulations. Woody Harrelson
Oh,
was
yeah.
arrested for having some ganj on him.
A bit of green.
A bit of green, Claudia. You're partial to that yourself, you big stoner. The whole film was shot in 42 days, and Edgar Wright was not an assistant director, sadly.
I would have also guessed Edgar Wright,
Hmm.
only because, well, we all know Woody has his own proclivities after some stories that we've heard, and 42. I think I put Seán on kind of making more interesting trivias than it was shot in X days.
Yeah.
And then sort of looking at us and going like, yeah, how on earth did we know?
Rob, your film is...
It's going to be on the Claudia scene, go on.
Do you know what? I don't remember what year this was made, so I'm going to guess 2018 Aquaman? It was made
Aquaman,
last
I
year?
never saw it. It was, it was out
Neither.
last year.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, because
No.
I don't care.
Oh, no, it was out just this year. It was out in January, yeah.
Was it out in
I
January?
think it was.
Was it?
It was before Christmas.
Hmm.
It was 100% before Christmas, yeah.
Before
After
Christmas?
Christmas.
Oh.
After Christmas. Before Christmas this year coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay, trivia numero uno.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first DCEU, that stands for
See Extended Universe.
Thank you.
DC stands for Detective Comics, by the way. And what they've done is, and a lot of people call them DC Comics, which is Detective Comics, which makes
Very
no sense.
interesting.
Go for it.
This is the first DCEU to gross $1 billion worldwide. So you can't be Googling it.
I'm looking up there.
The second trivia, Leonardo DiCaprio's production company was originally supposed to produce this film. And trivia number 3, Jason Momoa was the third choice for Aquaman.
Sorry, first of all, I just like to say December 7th it was released. We got it in 2019, but in China they got it December 7th. It is
So I'm
Aquaman
correct.
2018.
I'm correct.
So our options are
First DCU film
to gross over
$1 billion worldwide.
Okay.
The second one is DiCaprio's production company were originally supposed to produce it.
Okay.
Third trivia is Jason Momoa was the third choice for the film.
So Jason Momoa had already been Aquaman in 2 other films.
Well, it's the same. He was the third choice to play Aquaman.
Okay, overall. Okay. So he was the third choice to play Aquaman.
God, wouldn't it be funny if they just decided to do an Aquaman movie and
Totally
cast
disconnect.
someone else? They were like, sorry, Jason, I thought you'd be busy that
Yes,
day.
and Will Smith.
Yeah, oh, God.
God, help us all. Sean Connery was available. He could have done it. Actually,
you know who would have done
I
it?
would have rushed out.
Betty
to see
White.
that. Betty White.
She could have done
But
it.
at the same time, I'd be careful about putting her in front of too many green screens and I'd be afraid she'd kind of get psychedelic and get lost. And again, as I've always said on the show, you don't want to be the one responsible for the end of Betty White.
No.
No one will let you live that one
We need
down.
to wrap that woman in bubble wrap and put her in a safe.
Just make sure she's grand.
Yeah.
You're so lovely, Betty. We're just going to put you aside and make sure you're great. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, the production company, I don't have strong feelings on that either way. I don't know. And the first one is over $1 billion. I think it did do spectacularly well money-wise, but I don't know if it was the first. What other ones in the universe could have done well?
Suicide Squad,
Suicide
Justice
Squad
League.
definitely didn't hit $1 billion. Justice League, maybe Justice League hit $1 billion. Maybe Wonder Woman. Did Wonder Woman hit $1 billion? I don't know. That was very popular as well. I'd say if any of them hit $1 billion, it would have been either Wonder Woman or Justice League. I'm going to have to go with the third and say it was a lie that he was the third choice. And
That is correct. Jason Momoa was not the third choice. It is the first DCEU film to gross over $1 billion worldwide, and DiCaprio's company was supposed to produce it, but then they got someone else to do it.
Did either of you guys see Aquaman?
No.
No worries,
The
Claudia?
CGI
No.
looked crap in the
It
trailer.
looked atrocious. It
Yeah.
was very off-putting. I wouldn't want to watch that. And
Also,
so I didn't.
Jason Momoa is kind of the same as The Rock for me.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Neither can act,
No, they can't.
but they're still handsome, charming men,
No.
so they just get
And
roles.
he's next to Amber Heard as well.
Mm.
Stop.
Stop, she's
You've heard
a
all
lunatic.
that took a bad turn very quickly,
Mm.
didn't it? That whole Amber Heard thing. Apparently they couldn't stand each other during filming her and Jason Momoa, which kind of puts Jason Momoa back in my good books, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was Amber Heard again?
Amber Heard, she's the ex-wife now of Johnny Depp, who accused him of attacking her. And now multiple people have come out being like, she absolutely terrorized that man, and that she berated him and attacked him, and it was.
In what else did she play?
She threw a cat at him.
Did he catch the cat?
No, the
he
cat
did
landed on his
with
face.
his face.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but cats.
Is the cat okay?
Anyway.
Yeah, they always land on their feet, and they have 9 lives. Claudia, don't ask questions about falling cats. Don't be stupid.
And in what other movies did she star in?
The Wind That Shakes the Barley. Monsters Inc.
Truman Show.
Um,
Have I got news for you? And also, what was that?
the Titanic.
The Titanic. No, she wasn't the Titanic.
She wasn't the Titanic.
Just making fun. Oh, she was. No, she wasn't. Sorry, she wasn't the leading lady, but she was in it.
She wasn't.
And she was
yeah.
also in Freddie Got Fingered as a supporting actress. Do you know Drew Barrymore was in Freddie Got Fingered because she was Tom Green's wife?
Drew Barrymore is iconic.
Drew Barrymore is. You should see her scene in it. It's absolutely awful. Do you know in have you seen the Truman Show?
Yeah.
You know how when he's like messing with the vertical hold, so everyone thinks their TVs are broken. In Freddie Got Fingered, he basically gets his wife, the amazing and gorgeous Drew Barrymore, to play this random like PA just for a comic book executive. And in 2 of the shots of her, the color timing is totally off. The shot's all just like blue and not lit. Like it's all like it's intentionally wrong. He did that to his poor wife. I don't think
Colour
they're still
grade.
together. Color grade, yeah.
Colour
Absolutely
correction is
awful.
setting the colours to standard colour, and then grading is fixing them to make them look a certain way. There's a difference between grading and colour and
Well,
correction.
well,
there you go, guys.
well, either
This
way,
is my
let's
bit of
dive
trivia
in.
for the day.
Guys, that is pretty much all we have time for this week.
That's all
Thank
we
you
got
so
time
much.
for this week.
We both did very well, Claudia, in Rose's riddles. We
Yay.
weren't fooled at all by this tricky little Rose. And for
A
that,
pricky little rose.
yeah, I don't know about that. And I tell you, thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I had fun this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So we sign off.
we will. My name is Rob,
My name's Claudia.
My name is Seán.
and you've been listening to Conceal Talk. When you have a weapon, but you really, really just want to hide it.
Didn't you do that last week?
Conceal Talk? No, I
No.
didn't. No, last week it was Jessica Biel Talk, I think it was.
Who the hell is
Last week.
Jessica Biel?
Well,
Oh, guys, did you know Samantha Mumbo was in Kill Bill?
Samantha Mumbo was not in Kill Bill, Sean, and this is the wrong show to reference that on. Thank you very much, everyone. This is Dreams by the Cranberries. You've been listening to Flirt FM 101.3.